Before clicking on this video, for those of you who didn't know anything about Pushpay, and all you knew from the title and thumbnail that it was a top software stock listed on the NZX that has gone up 260%, you must have thought something along the lines of surely they found a cure for COVID-19. Do let us know in the comments what you thought, because boy are we about to burst your bubble. Pushpay is a donation app. Yes, you heard right. The top software company that has a market cap of over $2 billion is a donation app. But just because it's simple doesn't mean it won't make you money. This is definitely a growth stock, and there's a few reasons why it's worth so much. So let's dig into these right now. So just a brief overview of the product itself. Churches had a problem that 20% of the people who go do the bulk of the giving and participate, and the remaining 80% have very little engagement. This was due to numerous reasons: the complexity of using external sites and its lengthy time to give donations, not having cash on hand, or just life hitting you in the face, as we've all experienced. Pushpay helps to solve this through its main product, its app. Donors can give in a matter of seconds, as well as setting up recurring givings, get summaries, and record all sorts of offline transactions, like cash, checks, supplies, and other non-monetary gifts. On the church's side, they're able to automatically attach donations to user profiles, generate weekly and annual reports for the user, and generate metric dashboards. In a nutshell, this whole platform is used to boost engagement, just like how YouTube uses the subscriber buttons and like buttons to boost your engagement. So make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Their platform is used by 7,300 plus churches in over 40 different countries. However, 98% of their business comes from the United States. As for expansion, they are currently focused on improving their own product. For example, the acquisition of Church Community Builder, which is a company that builds church software that equips you with the tools to build a community, engage people, and grow disciplines. Pushpay and Church Community Builder have been strategic partners for many years before the acquisition, providing a two-way integration for mutual customers.
Since Pushpay came out public, they've been continuously growing at an impressive rate. And even with the COVID situation, you can see that their growth didn't stop for FY20. This is because Pushpay is one of the rare companies that actually benefited from the pandemic, due to the fact all the gatherings were prohibited, so the only way to give was electronically. And just a side note, all the dollar numbers mentioned in this section are in US dollars unless stated otherwise. In FY20, their revenue increased by 32% or $31 million. For many years, Pushpay has been running on losses, but this year they managed to make profit without any tax benefits and ended up with a net profit of $16 million. In this income statement, one of the important things to look at is their expenses. Although their revenue has grown 32%, their expenses only grew by 9%. This means the extra $31 million increase only incurred in an extra $9 million in expenses. This chart shows the operating expenses and their operating expenses as a percentage of operating revenue. As you can see in the graph, Pushpay's operating expenses are continually going up, but their operating expenses as a percentage of operating revenue is going down. And this is the beauty of software companies. Software engineers aren't cheap, and as you can see here, nearly half of Pushpay's employees are paid over 100,000 New Zealand dollars. But once a great working software product is built, software products are reproducible at a very low cost relative to its production cost, which leads to higher margins. And now, it looks as if Pushpay can be much more profitable with actual cash flow. But this being said, it is possible for Pushpay's expenses to increase significantly in the future if they really push for fast expansion by spending a lot on development and marketing, just like how Xero is doing. If you want to know more about that, check out our video on Xero.
Although the growth for Pushpay is on the positive side, like with any stock, there are always risks. For this stock, their biggest risk is competition. This company offers almost everything Pushpay has to offer, as well as having a larger market share. They operate in 50 different countries, catering to 24,000 churches. Not only that, but just in the last 30 days, they claim to have had 6,000 new churches join. With that kind of rapid growth, Pushpay may have some serious concerns. Additionally, Pushpay also has other competition, whose product is not up to the same level as Pushpay, but does have a larger customer base than Pushpay. Before we give our final conclusion on the stock, we want to remind everyone that this should not be taken as financial advice.
Pushpay has been growing at a really great rate, and I can picture them continue to do so with their expansion plan, especially with the COVID situation accelerating the digital adaptation. While there's still a huge room for Pushpay to grow in the US-based sector. So in short, I do believe that the company itself has more upsides than downsides. But the share price is a different story. After all, no matter how good a company is, if you pay too much for it, it's not a good deal, since no company can earn an infinite amount. Pushpay's share price has already gone up more than double this year, and now has a current market cap of $2.5 billion with only $25 million in profit. So I think the biggest risk here is whether they can grow enough to meet the expectation of $2.5 billion or not. For me, their current share price at $9.25 is not something that I can feel confident about. But this company is definitely one for my future watch list.
Alright, considering all things, in my opinion, Pushpay is definitely not a buy for me. Not because I don't think the company will work or succeed, but mainly due to the fact that I don't know much about the religion or giving sector. I don't know the power or the extent to how far a churchgoer is willing to pay in donations, or what is the drive to why they choose to pay over and over again. In my head, because I don't understand, I can't quantify the value of future growth. For me personally, if I don't understand a customer's point of view, it's hard for me to judge how far the company can go. Plus the fact that it jumped over 200% this quick makes it seem like a very risky buy to me. So as the great Kevin O'Leary always says,
I'm out.
Let us know your thoughts about Pushpay and whether it's a buy or sell for you, and the reasons why. As always, smash that like button, and if you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe for weekly videos.
And we'll see you next week.